Good morning children, how are you? I hope you read the textbook second chapter. So, in the previous class I was given the about latitudes and longitudes, and latitudes imaginary lines and longitudes also imaginary lines. So one of the another important imaginary line also is there. So that is axis. Latitude is the one of the imaginary lines which are drawn on the globe and horizontally, and the longitudes are the vertically lines and which are the drawn on the globe but vertically and straight lines. See here, axis means it is also one of the important imaginary line. So which is connecting the north pole and the south pole. See here, axis means needle, it is. See here, observe the diagram, and which is connecting the north pole to south pole. This is the imaginary line. And when you are going to take the globe in the previous class, that is 4th or 5th class, you see, and one needle attached with the globe. So that is here axis, and it is also where earth when it is revolves around itself, it depends on the axis. Axis means it is an imaginary line which is connecting the north pole and the south pole. See here, it is connecting the north pole and the south pole. The earth depends on axis. So here, and latitudes and longitudes, and next land and water. See land, and beginning we are learning land masses. 7 continents are there. In the 4th class or 5th class you had learned about the 7 continents, and we know very well how many continents here. 7 continents are there. So one of the Asia is the biggest continent, and the second one is the Africa is the second biggest continent, and North America third biggest, and South America 4th biggest, Antarctica continent 5th biggest, and the second smallest continent is the Europe, and the smallest continent is Australia. So these 7 continents are divided land masses on the earth. See here, at the same time water bodies also is there. The important water bodies, biggest water body, biggest oceans. Actually these are all only one water body. For the convenience we are given the different names to the water bodies in the different areas. Just we are going to take the first Pacific Ocean. See, when we are seeing the Pacific Ocean, it is a west and east side also located. So when we are closed, it is only one ocean, that is the biggest ocean in the world. Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean. In order of the oceans, first one Pacific Ocean, and the second biggest is the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean, and which is between the America and Africa. Atlantic Ocean. And the next one is the Indian Ocean, third one, third biggest ocean is the Indian Ocean, and Southern Ocean also is there. Southern Ocean means the south part of the Pacific Ocean, south part of the Atlantic Ocean, south part of the Indian Ocean, together called the Southern Ocean. It is also called as a Antarctica Ocean. Antarctica Ocean. And here the very smallest ocean is the Arctic Ocean, which is located on the north of the world map, or north of the globe we are going to take, and Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean. See here, and the earth divided into 7 land masses, and here another one is the 5 water bodies, 7 land masses and 5 water bodies. The main water bodies are the 4. The another one water body is the southern part of the Pacific Ocean, southern part of the Atlantic Ocean, southern part of the Indian Ocean, together called the Southern Ocean. See here, these are the main important land masses and water bodies on the globe. So here, these land masses we are going to call the continents and oceans. Here we are going to call the continents, 7 continents and 5 oceans. And here these are the we are finding with the help of the latitudes and longitudes we are going to find out the places. See here children, and what is northern hemisphere? What is northern hemisphere means? See here, look at the board here, and this is the globe, the imaginary globe. Circle, and just we are going to take the example 0 degrees equator, from 0 degrees equator to and 90 degrees and north pole. This part is called northern hemisphere. And 0 degrees equator, from 0 degrees equator to and 90 degrees south, it is called the southern hemisphere. And this is the north part and this is the south part. We are going to take the another picture here. See here, and 0 degrees and here Greenwich, from the 0 degrees Greenwich to and here totally 180 and longitudes are there. And this part is called the eastern hemisphere. And here this is the 0 degrees longitude to and 180 degrees west longitude. This part is called the southern hemisphere. See here, and 0 degrees to 90 degrees north hemisphere and 0 degrees longitude to 180 degrees west hemisphere, and it is called the western hemisphere. And here the southern hemisphere means 0 degrees to 90 degrees and southern hemisphere, and 0 degrees to latitude to 180 degrees east longitude, it is called the eastern hemisphere. And this is the eastern hemisphere, this is the southern hemisphere. See here, and another important here, axis. And axis means it is also imaginary line which is connecting the North Pole to South Pole. So the earth revolves its own self and it depends on the axis. See here, we are going to use, and these latitudes and longitudes we are able to finding the places and different places. Just I want to give the one task for you, and you can try to find out the where is India located on the globe, and where is China is located, and where is Bangladesh located. So like that you can use the atlas map and world map and find the places on the map and atlas book. And here oceans also like that. And here oceans, for example Pacific Ocean, where it is located, in which longitudes and latitudes it is located, Pacific Ocean, you are able to finding the Pacific Ocean. See here, just I want to give the one more task for you, Andhra Pradesh. And in our textbook Andhra Pradesh picture also given, and you can try to find out and Andhra Pradesh where it is located and in which latitudes and longitudes it is located. You can find the and atlas book. Then it is these latitudes and longitudes we are going to use that and finding the grid first. Grid means which is connecting the latitudes and longitudes. So like that, here just I want to give the one more information about the latitudes and longitudes. Latitudes are the imaginary lines, and these lines which are drawn on the globe in the horizontally. Horizontal line means this is a horizontal. Okay, which is the longest latitude, equator is the longest latitude. And another one, what are the important latitudes here? What are the important latitudes? Here the 23.5 degrees north latitude is called the Tropic of Cancer, and 66.5 degrees and north latitude is called the Arctic Circle. At the same time we are going to take the southern part. Here also 23.5 degrees south latitude is called the Tropic of Capricorn, and 66.5 degrees south latitude is called the Antarctica Circle. And here South Pole 90 degrees and this place is called the Southern Pole, and 90 degrees north is called the North Pole. So this is the small information about the latitudes and longitudes, and land and water. Land and water. How many continents here? 7 continents. And here the land masses, 7 land masses are there, and one of the important and biggest continent is Asia continent, and the second biggest ocean is Africa, and the third one is the North America, and the fourth one is the South America, and the fifth biggest continent is the Antarctica continent. Antarctica continent, where it is located? On the southern part of the globe, and this place Antarctica continent is located. And just you are going to find out India in which hemisphere located, and you are going to find out which continents are located in the northern hemisphere, and which continent located in the southern hemisphere, and which countries located in the northern hemisphere, and which countries located in the southern hemisphere, and which oceans are located in the southern hemisphere, and which oceans located in the northern hemisphere. At the same time, and which continents are located in the eastern hemisphere, and which oceans are also located in the eastern hemisphere, which countries are located in the eastern hemisphere. And next you are going to find out the southern hemisphere, and which continents are located in the southern hemisphere, which countries are located in the southern hemisphere, and which oceans are located in the southern hemisphere. And when you are finding the places on the and continents, oceans, countries, places on the atlas book, and just try to find out that. And one of the important here, Andhra Pradesh, where it is located, India and Andhra Pradesh, and in which latitudes, longitude it is located, just you are going to find out. So children, so this is the, I hope you are understanding, and here just I am going to ask the questions. And what is northern hemisphere? Northern hemisphere, what is northern hemisphere? Means 0 degrees equator, from 0 degrees equator to 90 degrees north pole, it is called the northern hemisphere. What is this part is called? Northern hemisphere. See here, and this is the northern hemisphere. Okay, so this is northern hemisphere. And where is the eastern hemisphere? See here, and this is the eastern hemisphere. And just we are going to take example, and which continents located, and which oceans are located, which countries are located here, and like that here which continents located, which oceans located, and which countries located, find out. Here just another important thing, what is the importance of the 180 degrees east and west longitude? Only one, east and west longitude. It is called the international date line. It is opposite of the 0 degrees longitude. It is opposite of the 0 degrees longitude. And which longitude is called international date line? And 180 degrees east longitude is called the international date line. Just here given the importance another, 0 degrees longitude, not a latitude, longitude, longitude. 0 degrees longitude is the Greenwich longitude. And what is the difference here? 180 degrees longitude and 0 degrees longitude. It is the international date line. It is the Greenwich longitude or prime meridian. See here. And next another important, 23.5 degrees north latitude. 23.5 degrees north latitude is called the Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer pass through on the India. Okay, students, and read the again textbook, and which are given the glossary words you can read. Thank you. See you next class.